Anything else going on that we should talk about?
No, so you're happy. You're a happy guy. You're
yeah, I'm happy.
You're generally happy.
I'm happy.
It's probably the happiest I've ever seen.
Yeah, like my car runs like a dream.
And now we can be honest. Alexander's stuff was ridiculous.
No, it was great. It's good for my health and opened up a lot of possibilities. I'm able to do my job much more effectively and with much less tension and strain.
Right, but you didn't really think you were going to make a living.
I did, but I don't have a very good grasp of reality.
Right. Yeah. But listen, let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once upon a time, I used to work for the OU. I was a rabbi.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still am a rabbi, but I was working as a rabbi for the OU. And I decided to leave. And I decided I want to go follow up on. I want to follow up on my bachelor's degree by getting a graduate degree. So I wanted to go to Pepperdine University. Well, I wanted to be a psychologist. Mm-hmm. And open up a practice and actually charge people for me to listen to their problem. So I wanted to do that, and I didn't care if it was a PhD or a master's or whatever. And I looked into it, and I realized the best school for me to go to was Pepperdine.
Yeah.
You knew about that?
No.
So I researched, and they wanted an essay, and they want all your transcripts, and I did all the footwork. And then they have like this thing where you have to study and take
GRE.
Well, that's the thing. They said no for me. Don't take the GRE because I've been away from college for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So they said take the MAT. It's called the MAT.
Okay.
So I studied for it like for an entire summer. I got like the MAT preparation
mm-hmm.
book, and I was doing all this work to. Then I went and took the test,
mm-hmm.
and I scored very well on the test. It was high enough to get in, and I got accepted. And then I went down there and I interviewed, and I enrolled in the classes, and I registered, and I was on my way to Pepperdine.
Yeah.
I did all this footwork.
You go, Rev.
I was into it for like 6 months, hardcore studying, doing all the paperwork, processed, got in, and it was one day before like classes were about to start, and I hadn't paid anything yet. I was just registering, And I woke up and I go, I can't make a living doing this. I can sit in school for the next 3 years, get my MFCC.
Right.
But I don't
have a hard time making it.
I'm not going to get all this money back
Yeah.
that I'm putting into this thing.
Yeah.
And I said, what am I going to do instead? And everybody's going, you got to do computers, Reps. And that day I called a computer training school. I didn't know the first thing about computer. I wouldn't even know how to turn a computer on. I'd never even been on a computer.
Yeah.
And I went and
what year is this?
The end of '95. So I started school.
Wow, you hadn't been on a computer. Or...
No, well, '95. We had computers in the offices that were like word processors, And I went and enrolled in. I started school in computers, and all of that time that I'd spent the 6 months doing this footwork to get into that Pepperdine was a waste. Okay, so I know how that feels. I didn't spend the money you did, and I didn't spend the time
3
you
years.
did. But you basically wasted 3 years and all the money that went with it.
No, it was great education.
What if you had been working in this law office the whole time?
Yeah, I mean, monetarily I would have been better off becoming a paralegal.
You think?